Hello and welcome. I recently did a paint party for a friend of mine, and at her party she had a charcuterie board, and ever since I've been in love and intrigued. So let's get into it. So here's just some fruit, cheeses, meats, crackers, and some spreads. I also have some French bread that I'm going to cut up, and I'm going to cut that up and I'm going to put it in the oven on broil. On this particular clip, I did not put the butter on, but later I had to do it again because I burnt those. Don't have a conversation with your husband when you have something on broil. Just a side tip. But so I'm going to take these out, which are the ones that got burnt, and then the next clip you'll see is the ones that I actually did have, but I had those in there for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your own oven. I put those down, and then I took 1 clove of garlic and rubbed each piece with that 1 clove. So that's all you need is 1, and it makes a tremendous difference in the tasting. Now I'm just putting down a turntable that I use for my baking, so that if I had guests, which I don't today, but if I had guests, they would be able to turn the charcuterie board to them instead of reaching around it. So now I'm just putting down some ramekins. I have some olive tapenade. I hope I'm saying that correctly, from Trader Joe's. It's very tasty. Never tasted before. My cousin Dante put me on to it a couple years back, and I've been hooked ever since. It's very tasty. But I mean, it's an acquired taste, so if you don't like olives, I don't know if you like this. I really don't particularly like olives myself, but this one, to me, it just goes the way the mix is mixed up. I'm just putting some of that in the ramekin, trying to spread it around nicely. Now I'm just trying to get some of the liquid into the ramekin, but unsuccessful. So I just took it to the side and took the whole wrapper off of it, and then I'm gonna just put a little bit more on top to fill it in. Nobody else eats this but me, so it doesn't have to be too full. What are your thoughts on charcuterie boards? Have you ever had one? I hadn't until that day. Actually, I didn't even taste hers because I was working the party. But yeah, it was just a beautiful board of food, like an artwork on on food. It was weird, but I liked it. But anyways, I'm just filling this in with the rest of the tapenade, or not the rest of it, but some more of it. And now I'm going to go on with some fig butter, and that I also got from Trader Joe's, which is at most everything I got here is from Trader Joe's, aside from the crackers and the fruit, I believe. Oh, and the bread. I got that from Walmart. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put that fig butter in there. That to me was not tasty. If you do not like figs, you should not be getting no fig butter. That's what only makes sense, right? Right. But anyways, I got some. So I'm putting it in there. And I'm just going to go back in and show you that's how. Okay, so now I'm just taking some baby dills here because they're pretty. And I'm going to put them in the last ramekin that we have here. In no particular order, I'm just going to fill them in to where the ramekin is full. So, yep, I'm just doing that. So, yeah, comment down below if you've ever had one of these and you enjoyed it or if you didn't enjoy it. Just let me know how you felt about it. So, yep, nothing fancy, just putting those in there and getting them all filled up. And what about these cheeses? Have you ever had brie? I hadn't, and it was okay. Well, I don't know. We'll get into that at the end. I'll show you. I have a mini mukbang at the end, I guess that's what you would call those, where I'm just going to taste my charcuterie board because I've never had one. So, yeah, I'm going to get that all filled in. I wish I wasn't going so slow. Get that all filled in and get on to the next part and the cutting of the cheese. So we're going to start. I put a different tray down here just because I don't know if this cheese stains because it's a blueberry wrapped goat cheese. And I've never had goat cheese before, but it was just so pretty. It's like purple. So I'm just going to go ahead on and cut that up. I think that I probably should have had my cheese either stay in the refrigerator right before it was time for me to cut it or freeze it because I don't like the way it was cutting. I could have had a sharper knife, but I didn't have one on hand. I did go back in just a few seconds and get a different knife, and it made a better cut, but it still wasn't right. But if you have a really sharp knife and your cheese is set up very, nicely, this will be very beautiful. It still was beautiful on the tray, but I think you would get some cleaner cuts, and I think you would like the result much better than I did. So I'm just cutting those all up. I was going to do half, but I decided to do the whole thing so that the tray looks a little bit fuller. But I did end up putting it back at the end of the video because I wasn't able to eat it all. Yeah, I'll show me tasting everything at the end of the video. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching. So I'm just cutting that all the way up. I put it to the side for a moment so that I can get the other cheeses on the board. Right now I'm going with the port wine. And this port wine cheese I got from Walmart as well. My cousin Lena had this. She was eating this a long time ago, probably about, when we were like in our 20s. She was eating this, and I never wanted to try it because it looked funny to me, but it's actually very tasty. But we'll see that at the end. So now I'm just placing the beautiful purple cheese on, and I'm going to continue putting on the cheeses and then go in with the meats. So this is just some plain cream cheese, and I'm going to put some strawberry jam that I had in the refrigerator on top of it, but you can totally leave that out if you want to. You can also always add some honey, or another video I saw, you might want to put some raspberry jam on there with I was thinking maybe a lemon wedge. Squeeze that over the top. I think that'd be tasty. But yeah, this was actually very good itself. But yeah, just some other options. So right now I'm going to go into this cheese. This is just some salami and, some salami and some provolone cheese. I did not like the way this smelled. I didn't even taste it at the end because I didn't like the way it smelled. But I'm just going to roll those onto each other. First, what I'm going to do is do the cheese inside of the salami. Roll that onto itself and see how I like that. And if I don't like the way that looks, I might not keep it. But yeah, roll that onto itself. And then I'm going to take and make sure that the cheese is on the outside. I think that'll be a good contrast. And it actually did really look pretty. So yeah, we're going to alternate between cheese being in the middle and cheese being on the outside. And place those on your board. And so look how pretty it's coming together, guys. So yeah, we're just going to continue that till, I'm not going to finish the whole tray because I know I'm not going to eat this. And I know that my girls, they don't eat meat. So I recently just started back tasting and trying different meats, mostly fish. But yeah, they don't eat meat, so there's no need to fill up the whole tray with meat. So yeah, I'm just going to roll this last one with the cheese on the outside and fit it in where it fits in. Very pretty. I love these boards because you don't have to have a right or wrong way to do anything. You can just make it as nice as you like, to your eyes' satisfaction. So yeah, this one is a trifold type of meat situation. I don't know all the meats in here. I just know there's prosciutto, there is salami, and then there's one other meat. I think it was still salami, but maybe a different kind. I'm not sure. Pepper salami, maybe. I can get that and put it in the description box, but right now I don't know. So those prosciuttos were very slimy to me, and so I wasn't really feeling like I was going to try those, but I ended up trying them. But I'm just taking them off. They're very, very thinly sliced. I've never had it before, so the textures and stuff is weird to me, but I'm taking it off and just kind of just sitting it on the board like in a pile, and it's very thin, so it looks very pretty to me, sitting there just as is. So that's all I'm doing, nothing special with those because they're just so thin that they make like a ribbon anyway. So I'm just going to place all those on the board. But while I'm doing that, let's get into some music for a second. Take a break from my voice. So here I'm just taking the other meats that I have on the tray and folding it onto themselves and putting them out on the tray where I see that it's pretty. Well, what I think looks pretty. So I'm just putting them on there, arranging them. No particular fancy order. I did also see online, though, some Salami Roses. But to me, I don't know how that would work with having guests. Like, how would you get your particular slice and not the whole rose? So right now, I'm just putting these together. I do not remember what this meat is. I think it was the maybe some unpeppered salami. I'm not sure. I'll find out at the end. So I'm just folding it onto itself. You can't see that. My daughter didn't show that part, but and just putting it out like a fan on the board. Like I said, no right or wrong way to make these. Just put it on there like you see fit, to your own liking. And yeah, so we're just going to get all these cheeses on the board. All these meats on the board. And then get into the crackers. So right now, just put that huge hunk of brie on there. My daughter and I looked it up and saw like if you should cut it up or not, and they said that it's probably best to serve it as is because it's spreadable cheese is soft. So yeah, just put it out there like that. I wanted to cut it up, but like I said, they said that it's probably best to put it that way. So I'm just adding the crackers as I see fit and seeing how to arrange them in the way that I like. So yeah, I'm just getting all the different crackers on the board, trying to put different shapes in different spaces so that, it's a good contrast on the board. So circular over here and then some over there, but not like right next to each other. I like the way it's coming out, though. It's very pretty to me, especially for my first time. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope you would too. If you're going to try it, let me know in the comments below if you're going to try it. So here again, I'm still just putting the crackers on there. There's some rectangles, and then there's some circles. Just placing them all over the board where they fit. So we're going to get into the fruit next. And then I brought some seeds. I have some sunflower seeds and then also some peanuts, but the peanuts didn't make the board because it was actually gotten too full after I added all the fruit and stuff. So they didn't get onto this board, but maybe the next one, because with all the stuff that I do have, I still have enough stuff to make another board. So this was very affordable because I spent about $30, but really only $15, being that I can also use this stuff again to make two boards out of the one purchase. So I'm really thankful for that and happy with that. So because I did look into this, and these charcuterie boards, if you order them, are very expensive. So if you can do it yourself, save a little bit of coin and do what you have to do. Make them at home. It is time consuming though, but I enjoyed it. So I'm just arranging the grapes on the board and getting those all put on there nice and pretty. Then I'm going to go in with the, excuse that noise behind me. I'm going to go in with the, not strawberries, but the blueberries next. And then we're going to cut up the strawberries in an interesting way. I'll show you. I know how to do a rose with the strawberries, but I thought I was going to do a rose with the salami, so I didn't do that. But maybe in my next video I will do that. Or the next time I make a charcuterie board, I'll do a rose strawberry so you can see. But yeah, I'm just putting the blueberries on now. Getting those all set up and pretty. Yeah. So I just went in with some music just a few minutes ago, not minutes, but seconds, because there was some noise outside. But yeah, I'm just putting the breads on now, the French breads on, to where I see that they're going to go best. Like, I know that they go really good with the tapenade, so I'm going to put some over there and just get everything filled in just as nice and pretty as possible. I am now still just filling in with the fruits and different things, just wherever you see a hole at, you want to put something in it. So right now I'm just slicing the strawberries, at least 3 slices across, not going down to the very top of the strawberry so that you can press it and make a fan. I'll show it. I'll do a tutorial on how to make some beautiful strawberry art later on. But right now, that's all I'm doing. Like I said, I can make a rose, and that's very pretty. But we're not going to do that to this video. So I'm just fitting them in. And here's where I told you before, I'm going to have to take those crackers off. But I wish I would have left them on. They were so delicious. I'll use them for my next board, though. So I took those off and just put that strawberry in there and then put some more fruit around it just to fill it in, since we don't need any empty spots. I probably should have put some more of the French breads right there, but I was eating them the whole time, so I don't even know if I had enough left. They were so delicious. So yeah, I'm just going to put some fillers in there, which is some more fruit. The green is pretty on the board, so I'm putting some more grapes on that and filling that in. And right now, I think all that's left is just the seeds. I'm going to just fill those in where there's any open space. Yep, so just at this point, I think I'm going to do one more strawberry just at the edge of the board so that it kind of ties in to the whole thing. And there's an empty space by the prosciutto, so I'm going to put that there. And then I'm just going to fill in any other holes that I see. My daughter let me know from the angle she was at that there needed to be more crackers on this side, so I put those there because I couldn't see that with the ramekin blocking my way. And yeah, so we just have a beautiful board here, and it was very simple to make. I think the most difficult thing would be is just going to go find all the items that you want on your board, but this turned out very beautiful. I really did love it, and I enjoyed doing it, and I will be looking forward to doing many, many more in the future. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If this is all you wanted to see, then this is the end of the video. But if you want to stay tuned for just a second and watch me try these things, just hold on. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Okay. Not something I think I'll buy again. I've never tasted free before. Oh, but like a tasty soap. Let's get into this. Look. This is like normal cheese though. Last thing I'm gonna take a taste is this prosciutto. Prosciutto. Never had it before. Go try it on this cracker. I like. Taste the wild cracker. Tastes like any other meat, like a raw, like a salami that's not cooked or whatever. But it's not nasty. That's cool. Okay. You can turn it off now. Oh. Take the fig down.
Okay.
They're like figs. They need to know like figs. I don't know why about that. But yeah. Everything is good. This is the start of my show though. I already know I like. It doesn't look good, but it's so tasty.